Heather Ferber, Langlois Vital Nutrition Center in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Hello to those of you who have been following my four-part hormone series. We did week 1 on cortisol, week 2 on insulin. So if you missed those videos, please go back and look for them in your email inbox. Today we are going to talk about the third big hormone, thyroid hormone. And thyroid hormone is our master metabolic regulator. It's really responsible for a number of very important bodily functions, including regulating metabolism, heart rate, digestion, blood pressure, menstrual cycles, body temperature. Truly, thyroid hormone is required by every single cell in our body. So if your thyroid's not optimized and working fantastic, you're not going to be feeling optimized and fantastic. So oftentimes, I guess over the last 10 years, I've very frequently seen that thyroid function is impacted by other things going on in the body. For example, someone who has food sensitivities or intestinal permeability or blood sugar imbalances or infections or nutrient deficiencies. Perhaps they have the inability to detoxify optimally, or maybe they have significant adrenal dysfunction. People in those categories also tend to have thyroid issues. That thyroid is really sensitive to other things that are going on in the body. So what are some of the signs and symptoms that you may be having some thyroid challenges? Back to our wonderful hormone assessment that we've been doing at these last talks that I've been giving. And one of the categories specifically is tied to thyroid hormone. So if you're having hair loss, dry skin, thin brittle nails, perhaps you're retaining fluid or have swollen ankles, or maybe you've gained a few pounds over the years slowly that's continuing to pile on. Maybe you have significantly high cholesterol. Perhaps you're not having bowel movements every day. Recurrent headaches, decreased sweating, muscle and joint issues, tingling hands and feet, also cold hands and feet, or cold intolerance or heat intolerance, or a slow heart rate or significant lethargy. Those are some of the most significant signs and symptoms that your thyroid may be not operating at the optimal level. What can you do to help boost your thyroid or get it working better? First of all, it's really important to get a comprehensive thyroid panel. A standalone TSH really doesn't give the whole story of what's going on with your thyroid. So if you're experiencing a lot of these symptoms that I just mentioned, it's worth it to go to your primary care provider and say, hey, I'm having all these symptoms. I think I need a more in-depth thyroid workup. And that panel would look like a TSH, a T3, a reverse T3, a T4, a free T4, and then some antibody studies that would just help to rule out Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is actually an autoimmune condition. If you get a full workup of a panel of that, you'll have a much better picture of what your thyroid is really doing. Thyroids are also happy when we learn to manage our stress. I know we live in a stressful world, but you need to find whether that's, the coping mechanisms of exercise, yoga, relaxation activities, journaling, spiritual studies, prayer, whatever can bring you stress relief is very important for healing your thyroid. You also need to optimize your nutrients and supplementation. The thyroid loves all the vitamins A through E, so those are significant. Selenium, zinc, magnesium, iron. Iodine is controversial, but I'll throw it out there. So really important to know that you've optimized all of those nutrients, and that is valuable information which is gained by doing hair tissue mineral analysis. You also need to optimize your blood sugar. Can't stress enough, the adrenals like to have optimized blood sugar. So do your other sex hormones, and so does your thyroid. And lastly, you really need to pay attention to your adrenal health. The thyroid and the adrenal glands influence each other. It is a fine dance and relationship that exists between the two. So you cannot have an optimized thyroid if you are not optimizing your adrenals. If I can help you balance your hormones, please call the office, and I look forward to the final video in my Big 4 hormone series. Have a great day.